Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is The Rollback. Folks, today I'll be talking about a movie that genuinely made me a slasher fan, Halloween. Not the new one that just came out. That's coming out next. I'm talking about the sequel to the original 2018 version. So full disclosure, I was never really a slasher fan before this movie. Older movies never scared me. Like, I knew no one would call me and ask me if I like scary movies. I knew I would never get possessed by a demon. I knew nothing would kill me in my nightmares, and no asshole in a hockey mask would come up from a lake. I live in the valley. We don't know what water is down here. That said, but then, here's a personal bit. So in 2018, I was living away from home for the first time. I was homesick. I was living in a small town for 2 months. I didn't know anyone in the area. I was isolated. First time in my life I ever felt you could drive in any direction for 3 hours and you wouldn't find a single person that gave a shit about me. It was a bad time. My only escape was the local small town movie theater that had 3 screens. But it was perfect. It was this cute little family-owned theater, and it gave me this escape from feeling trapped there. And it was during that period that I saw Halloween 2018, and it resonated with me so much because it was an experience. It was simple. Michael Myers was a force of nature. Just this unstoppable path that leaves bodies in his wake. This destruction. It's menacing, and he comes back to finish the job, but he's not hunting a scared 17-year-old Laurie Strode anymore. She's battle-hardened. She's tested. She's a veteran. She's trained and she's ready. She's legit trained her whole life to a point where it's isolated her from her family. But more than that, she's also so much more layered. She's the original Scream Queen, but she's also a victim. An empowered victim, yes, but nonetheless, she also suffers from PTSD and alcoholism as a result of the trauma that she went through. I mean, there are two sets. These two beings are set to clash after 40 years apart. It's incredible. This movie also does a great job of setting up the world and resetting the timelines. Even the trailer makes it a point of resetting everything, saying that he's not her brother. That was just some rumor people made up. Laurie has a daughter named Karen who is estranged from her, and a granddaughter Allison who loves her. Karen's trained from a young age to be able to survive damn near any encounter, but that results in Laurie losing custody of her. Now, while there is some childhood trauma here, understandable childhood trauma, I think it's also understandable that Laurie did what she had to do. She wanted Karen to be ready. She wanted Karen to survive. She never wanted her to be a victim. She wanted to be ready for anything and anyone and any monster. All this sets up a movie that's made... That has just made me such a huge fan of this franchise, and I encourage everyone to go and watch this film. Yes, Halloween Kills just came out, and if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Go watch Halloween Kills. But if you have the chance, watch this movie first. I implore you. This movie is genuinely incredible to watch. It's its own solo experience, though, which is the crazy part. This could have been this could have been the finale in itself. It's that good. Now, just real quick to cover the cast, Jamie Lee Curtis returns as Laurie Strode, the part that made her a household name, and she's incredible in the role. It's a great evolution for the character. Judy Greer plays Karen Nelson, i.e. Karen Strode, Laura's estranged sister. Will Patton plays Deputy Frank Hawkins, and lastly, Andy Machika? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, my apologies. But she plays Allison, the daughter. And lastly, we have James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers, a.k.a. The Shape. This film deserves and demands to be watched. I can recommend it to everybody, wholeheartedly. Now, some of the pros. This movie does scare so well, and it's such a simple story of a small town under attack by The Shape. There's some cool callbacks to the original. When Laurie hunts him down in the house the same way Michael hunted her is particularly badass. She's also built her home to be the perfect trap, locking each room as she clears them. She's been preparing for this. She knows what she's getting herself into. She has a plan. This is not like... He's not catching her off guard, essentially. Also, she tries to hide her family in the basement, which turns out the basement was a trap, and I lost my absolute shit when that happened. And I realized they might kill him. This could be a win. Conceivably, it could have been the end of the franchise. They burn it all down, but is it enough to kill him? No, it fucking wasn't. But wasn't it a hell of a fight, though? The cons, I don't really have any. I mean, if any, I might say maybe, if anything, I can say this might be the best slasher ever made, at least for me, personally. This movie's an A. Very simple, very straightforward. I don't have much fluff for this review. Just go watch it. It's great. It's a great scary movie in general. I think everyone's gonna like it. That said, though, this is also the season, for scary movies. Go watch this one. Or if you have any other ideas, are there other what are your favorite scary movies around this time of the year? Comment below. We can talk about it. Maybe we can review them before the month's up. That said, I've been Eddie. This was the Rollback, and I'll see everybody. Stay safe.